And welcome back to Who Would Win, pre-recorded for Thursday on Wednesday. This comes to us from Hokage Bears, who asked the question, who would win the fight? Team Avatar, and I'm assuming you mean Avatar The Last Airbender, not Legend of Korra, versus Kakashi, but without a Sharingan. Luckily, we do know how strong Kakashi is without a Sharingan. He became Hokage without the damn thing, and he was still very powerful in Boruto. Kakashi obviously was the copy ninja. Copy ninja. Well, he was the copy ninja. Kakashi had the Sharingan. He made a name himself, was one of the strongest Jonin on the Leaf, and clearly he was strong enough to become a Hokage level combatant near the end of the series and become Hokage. Now, just because he doesn't have the Sharingan anymore doesn't mean he doesn't have and possess all the jutsu he ever copied. His claims that he's copied over 1,000 jutsu before. We know he's skilled in lightning release, including creating the purple lightning, so he could still have something akin to Chidori. Because he can no longer use his Chidori. Although he can still use Chidori, he just can't, use as the jabbing weapon he did because he gets tunnel vision. But in theory, he could still use it. He's very skilled, though, in also water and fire, earth as well. And he even has knowledge of wind. He's a master martial artist, skilled in terms of strategy, very fast. He is a dangerous individual. The question is, could he take on all 5 members of Team Avatar? 6 if you want to count Suki. Well, let's put it this way. Let me break it down the individuals who are going to get taken out the quickest. Sokka's probably going to go down the quickest. Kakashi is smart enough to know, okay, weak point first, Sokka's down. Now that still leaves Katara, leaves Aang, obviously, Toph, and Zuko. Fire, earth, water, and air. All of them don't need hand signs to use their jutsu. And Kakashi does. Not all of them, mind you. He can actually use purple lightning without jutsu, without hand signs. I think his big issue actually will be to get rid of Toph first. Even though Aang can use all the techniques, Toph is still the better earthbender. He even admits that. Aang can use metal release. Fortunately, if he's in the air, which he could definitely be at points, she's not going to be able to know where he is. Add on the fact he can make shadow clones, and without the use of his Sharingan, he's not wasting so much chakra, so he has more chakra. He can make shadow clones, use substitution. Has also had a lot more experience, at least 2 decades worth of experience over these kids. Has dealt with multiple opponents before. So Aang is probably going to be his most difficult opponent to deal with because he has the Avatar state. He's literally a force of nature. I think, honestly, Zuko and Toph are going to be the next 2 out. Whether he kills them or not is up for debate. Are going to be the next 2 out because he still moves way faster than any of these guys. We've seen just how fast Kakashi can actually be. Most of these ninja using, I believe, it's the Shinsen technique. Is basically like is basically, you can move faster than the eye can see. Even Kakashi, even though he's not Minato Naruto fast, is still very fast. Most likely faster than anything we've ever demonstrated in Avatar. That's the thing. Speed-wise, maybe like reaction speed, like catching lightning, for example, is fast. But in terms of actual movement speed, no one has demonstrated anything on the level of even base Naruto characters. Let's put it this way. If Kakashi can keep up with a Rock Lee and a Mike Guy, of all people, he could frankly blitz these guys if he really wanted to. Add in some shadow clones and all that. Kakashi could dismantle this team pretty quick. Again, he'd probably go after Toph. He'd probably get rid of Sokka first, just because he's going to be the easiest one to take care of. Then probably Toph, who's actually going to be probably the trickiest one to deal with because of just how Earth is everywhere, and actually might be able to bury him. Headhunter jutsu. It's like, hey, you think you can bury me? And it's like, no, but, and then all of a sudden, and you can't put her under a genjutsu. Oh, you're blind. Interesting. No, I don't think I can bury someone to manipulate the Earth, but I can distract you. And all of a sudden, he just appears. Boom. It's like, what? And all of a sudden, he shocks her. No! It's like, you. And it's like, fire. And, Katara's like, has her water with her. Katara's, if we're going to be fair, Katara's got to have a lot of water near her for this to really be fair on their part. So she's buying water. Kakashi just manipulates the water back. She can just manipulate the water back, though. And he realizes that he can't really fire any elemental techniques until he gets rid of the individuals who can use elements. You can see Aang can use air. He can actually see that Aang can use all the elements. Zuko's using fire, so firing fire at Zuko's not going to work, but firing water at him will work. Katara can try to manipulate that, but then he can just come in as they're manipulating their element, particularly Katara, Toph, and Aang, and just boom, and it's like, and then just boom, rabbit punch, knockout. Ultimately, I think he would take most of them down, and it would come down to him and Aang. Aang is going to be the big problem, especially if he goes into the Avatar state, which is very likely that he would do. Creates the air sphere around him. And Kakashi would basically strategically retreat. Like, Kakashi's not stupid. He's not going to stay in that area for very long. And Aang would have to try to find him. And, he's like the seismic sense, which he can use. But for some reason, Kakashi just, he can't find Kakashi. Where is Kakashi? Then he realizes that Kakashi is in a tree. So he just, pulls the tree out. He's going to try to take his bending away. And all of a sudden, he realizes like he's touching a log. It's like, what? And here's the funny thing. Kakashi, I think, would actually basically do like a double substitution. More or less, what he would probably do is this. Like, Aang tries to like take the bending away. It just turns into a log. He's about to toss the log away, and all of a sudden it turns into Kakashi. And, all of a sudden, lightning blade! And Aang can't react in time to that and just gets it straight through the shoulder and just it's like and he drops. He's still probably conscious, but Kakashi just then boom again checks his too. He pretty much, because he can tell these are all young kids in their teens. He doesn't want to kill these kids, but they're also insanely dangerous, so he knows he has to at least do something about them. So yeah, I think again, Kakashi has had decades of experience more, has actually killed people, has enough versatility to keep up with them. They do have the advantage of not needing hand signs, but even they can get tired out. Kakashi is a genius, so he knows how to strategize and just kind of wait these guys out. His biggest issues are going to be Aang and Toph. Aang for his versatility and for using the seismic sense just like Toph can. And Toph could theoretically just bury him in the earth, and he'd figure that out quick, but he could use a substitution to get out of there. So I think he'd be strategic about it. I think it wouldn't be easy for him, but I think Kakashi would win the day, even without his Sharingan. With his Sharingan and having Kamui on his side, Kakashi would wreck these fools. So yeah, that's my take on that. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below if you think I'm just, you're just jerking Kakashi off. It's like, no, I'm not trying to, but I just think he's got a lot more going for him. By the way, though, to be fair, I think there's a good couple scenarios where the Team Avatar could just overwhelm his ass. But to be fair, when you've gone up against, hold on, how many was it? The 2 tails, the 3 tails, the 4 tails, the 5 tails, the 6 tails, and the 7 tails, if I'm not mistaken. When you go up against 7 tail beasts with just Might Guy at your side before Naruto comes in and gives you a boost and, Kurama's the shit out of that. No, sorry, 6 tail beasts because Shukaku wasn't there. Yeah, when you can go up against 6 tail beasts, yeah, I don't see the Avatar gang being able to survive that. They're granted that they were at their wits' end. Kakashi's like, I gotta use Kamui, I gotta use the 8 gate, and it's like, yeah, they were pushing, they were being pushed, but they were still going up against those guys. So all's fair where fair is, or all's fair as fair does. So anyway, that's my thoughts. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I still got to pre-record my my Zanpakuto video. I almost gave away who the video was about. So thanks for watching. See you later.